Well, first I want to start this video off with a common sense a dodge from Granny. If common sense was lard, most people wouldn't be able to grease a pan. And that's what it really comes down to with a lot of things, right? You got to use common sense above all that matters. Now, it's sort of like the elite think they got everything figured out here. We got the nuclear power plant and the spider farm right together. What can go wrong? So let me tell you a few facts I got off the major media because let me put it this way. I think the party's going to continue for a while, like in the stock market anyway, until the election of November. I mean, I said this before, but statistically speaking, 19 out of 22 of the last election cycles predicted which way, the markets predicted which way who would win or who would lose. If the markets were going down the 3 months preceding the election, the challenging party won. If the markets were going up, the incumbent party stayed in, right? So they want Hillary Beast to stay in there. So, but there's a lot of problems and there's a lot of cracks in the facade and the wall. There's a lot of things going on. And let me point out some of them, like Viasum Asset Management. They've also just another hedge fund that just like imploded. Um, when they launched in 2005, they were like considered to be, you know, the best of the best and all this kind of crap like that. But you know what happened? Just like the speed in which Viasum was forced to shut down is just astounding. So, like, I look at it like that is just a forebearer of what's going to happen throughout a lot of things. Um, Now, something else, I don't think this is going to hold the water, but this guy accurately predicted 4 market crashes, told us 3 more dates to worry about this year. He said, this guy's name is Sandy, right? He's not one of those conspiracy guys. He's a technical analyst for freaking some bigwigs in Wall Street. He says to watch between August 22nd and August 30th, 2016. Also September 26th, 2016 and October 20th, 2016. All hell is going to break loose. I don't think so, though. I don't think so because they want to keep that Hildebeest in office. I mean, they want to keep the Obama going to the Hildebeest. I don't think it's going to crash for that reason. That's my take on it because they're going to wait till Trump. If he wins, they're going to crash the shit out of the economy. Now, also with all these false flags going on, everybody arm the shit out of yourself. I got the cross K bars over here, modified K bars. I'm going to tell you, it's something like they're looking at disarm us, man. It's like beyond silver. God, it's like beyond belief. We're actually going full tilt communist in this country all the way. Man, it's a conspiracy. There's no fucking bullshit around it. And God government is just not going to be able to save everything. Here they got God government handing out fiat dollars to try to bribe people that work for the government to keep their mouths shut about different things. They try to even hold the states in line by saying, we're going to withhold funds if you do not, you know, go in compliance with, governmental laws at the federal level and all that kind of garbage. That's one of the reasons you're having silver because it's telling the Fed to go to hell. Basically, that's what it is. You're staying outside the system. And, just like a lot of people can't see, even the elitists, they can't see the whole picture. It's like this dog that's sitting on a roof. You stand back a little way, you can see just how precarious the situation is. Precarious as in down here in the bottom, right? It's like people are not using that common sense like Granny talked about in the beginning. They're not. It's like you got to make stuff, you got to manufacture stuff to stay ahead of the game. It's like, when you got a state like New Jersey that's one of their big top cash cows is family counseling and shit like that. That state used to be manufacturing hardcore to the max. No more, man. No more. Now it's family counseling. God, the libtards took over, that's for sure. And but it's just like every damn thing else out there. Common sense can go a long way, and only the hardcore are going to survive down the road. People that are in the silver night now, I know it's been in the doldrums for a long time. It's actually picked up this year, though. If you bought it December of 2015. Yeah, guess that would have been around the right time, roughly. Because over this year in 2016, it looks like things are starting to move up. I guess Jim Rogers was right. Expect silver and gold to have a long, complicated bottom correction period. Man, guess he was right. It turned out he was right. It seemed like it was so impossible that it would go this damn low, but it seems like it's recovering. But the problem is with silver, when it goes up so fast and furious, does crazy radical switchback moves, and then it hits a crazy height for only a period of time, and then it crashes for years, which is probably what's going to happen the next time too. That's why I don't think I'm going to hold this crap forever. I'll probably invest in land or something like that. Down the trail, something like this in the mountains of Tennessee, I was looking at some land that was like about 4 acres in northeastern Tennessee. That it's like a mountain. I took the Google Maps and I went into the land about 250 feet from the road. It's up 150 feet. I was like, God, man, what kind of driveway would that be? 45-degree angle? Would you have a ski cable or a winch to pull you up to your house or some shit? For crying out, suppose you have snow and ice on the driveway. Would you do that? Well, anyway, I was almost thinking that might be kind of cool, though. I could plant the Confederate flag on top of that, and be up there high in the mountains, so on my own little mountain. I don't know. I'm just looking around right now still, but I got a good method of doing it. But you see, I don't plan on holding silver forever. Maybe I'll hold some silver forever, but I'm not going to hold most of it forever. I plan to get some other hard assets. Um, some of the things I also plan on investing in is probably a grizzly combination freaking lathe and a mill. You know, make some parts, make some gun parts too. What the hell? What the hell? So basically, you know, I'm gonna go end this video pretty short. Shut up and ride. As she says here. I'm not going to go too far long on this video, but I just want to tell you that there is a lot of the major media is also recognizing that there are cracks in the system. And by the way, it's kind of like the truth does come out. That's an old expression the Romans used to say many times over and over again. I mean, even back, a couple hundred BC. I don't know when it started, but I don't know forgot what the Latin was for it. But the truth is mighty; it will prevail; it shall prevail. Um, even this thing with the gay Orlando shooting, I've been noticing, man. I've been noticing even on the most liberal, super pro-Hillary, you know, venues on the internet that are like major established media. I've been noticing that when they put something out on there, like people are commenting it was a false flag. Even the liberals are. So they're not putting too much out about that anymore. So right now they're also telling us the economy's rosy. But like I'm telling you, like the numbers don't really mean as much as you think. If you can fix, motorcycles, you can put your own roof on, you can, dig a hole in the ground and install a pipe for your own well and well pump. If you can, do framing on a house and drywall and electrical work and fix cars and all this kind of shit and weld. It's like that's not really measured in the economy. Maybe your cash will be pretty tight or something, but you could do everything on your own. And it's not going to matter so much. And the reason I'm really advising for silver too is like, why keep your money in the system? Why let the banks use it? Screw them, man. You know, it's like when you have that, when you do it that way, I know what the government will do. You know what the government used to do way back when they only had, people didn't really have money, they only had, horses and chickens and cows. They used to go buy and sheep. They used to go steal the freaking horses, chickens, cows, and sheep, right? That's why you got weapons, though, right? So anyway, it all goes hand in hand. You want to be independent. And, our foundation in this country actually goes back to the citizen soldier. And you know where that comes from? Really, ancient Rome. And a lot of people look at ancient Rome like the emperors took over and had absolute power. But before that happened, you had the Republic. And, excuse me, the Republic was basically based upon the citizen soldier. Armies would be formed from the citizen soldier. Probably got to go back to that shit. Political correctness all the way in the military is turning bullshit. Best people in the military are getting out because it's so freaking stupid. It's political sensitivity trading for all the bullshit Obama's pushing, right? So, yeah, which tells me, when everything hits the fan, it's gonna really hit the fan really deep. That's why, also want to tell you this. I need to do this too. Print your statements off your bank every month. We ever have an EMP, man, you're gonna be shit out of luck if you don't have a printed statement. I'll tell you that right now, because I know no matter what, people are dealing with electronic currency, electronic banks, and nobody in a bank no more is giving you paper statements. Pretty much, you got to print your own. Well, and if you don't want to save it on a freaking hard drive, you want to print it on a piece of paper. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because, we're dealing in banking systems still with electrons and stuff. We ever have an EMP? I think that's been planned that way too. That's something else. It's another reason why you should have silver, its own money, but also print paper statements off your banks. They're not doing a damn thing to harden the grid. They're not doing a damn thing to harden the financial system or anything like that. We have an EMP, everybody's wealth is going to disappear, go up in smoke, right? So, print your statements. Like Randy says, if common sense was lard, most people wouldn't be able to grease a pan. That's very much true. It's very much true with Obama. It's very much true with George Bush. It's true with Hillary Clinton. She's evil, but she's an idiot. And most people in the government are damn stupid. That's why they're working for the government. So anyway, that's all I want to give you. That there are some people talking about some major dates to watch for a market crash, but I'm not buying into that shit. Even though these aren't conspiracy people, this is like a major analyst for the major Wall Street bullshit. He says watch between August 22nd and August 30th, September 22nd, October 20th. I think they're going to keep the markets high because that's the best chance to keep Hillary going in to win. And I think they'll crash the crap out of the markets when Trump gets in. Anyway, who cares? Because like I said, it's all a number. What you want is you want the tools to survive, and you don't want to be around nuclear power plants that have spider farms because that could be a dangerous combination. And that's the kind of shit the freaking people are doing that are planners. And I can tell you too, the elite are playing around with ISIS, whatever the hell it is, in Muslim land and all that, trying to use them as for other purposes, for their purposes. That's all going to backfire on them shit too, They play dangerous games and they get burnt. That's what happens. The elite are pretty damn stupid. That's all there is. So anyway, just be independent and shut up and ride. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. All right. So kind of a short update because sometimes I do long updates, but my other updates pretty much filled you in on the whole situation anyway with the down of the the manufacturing being down in the United States due to railroads traffic being down. In other words, goods aren't being transported being around in the USA. Railroad conductors are being laid off. Also, the Baltic dry index is down. I mean, it pretty much explains it right there. But, it's like I don't want to just give you a rehash of the same bullshit all over again. It's the same thing that's going on right now. And I think when things get hot and heavy in the Middle East, it's really going to be the key to when freaking silver goes up. When say Saudi and Iran have a nice freaking fat war, they knock each other out, and that's probably can make oil go to $200 a barrel. You'd say that's crazy now, but it could go like that really fast, temporarily, not forever, temporarily. And silver and gold is going to go to some astronomical height. That's when you want to have it. But it ain't going to stay there. It ain't going to stay up there forever. That's for sure. Over and out.